Alright, what's up guys? This is the next morning. Been thrashing on this thing for a couple hours now, just buttoning up a bunch of stuff. Swapped the alternator is charged. Swapped all the wheels and tires all the way around. Mounted a bunch of wheels and tires. Got tools and tires ready. Sean is messing with a clutch pedal stop, and I am doing a final bleed on the cooling system. I went ahead and put a line. This is the highest point in the system right here. So this actually goes to the top of the radiator and just dumps in there. So if we get any air bubbles, hopefully it'll just dump back into here and kind of keep the system bled. You can see I got this funnel as tall as I could, way above the height of the engine, and it's actually taken quite a bit of coolant since we did that. And now this hose right here, when you squeeze it, it actually feels like there's coolant in it. So I think we should be good with that. So yeah, we're pretty much ready. Just need to throw bumpers and stuff on, load up the tools, take it for a quick little test drive, make sure she's okay, check out the tuning and stuff. Watch this. So what I want to look at is see. So this is lambda, that's target. I kind of want this to lambda to follow the target.
And what is lambda?
It's the wideband. 1.0 is 14.7, like 0.8 is like 12 something. So if we're at 0.8 or 0.8. As long as we're in 0.8 when we're wide open, we should be kind of okay. Alright boys, getting ready to go in the trailer. Only a couple hours late, but looks like a car. We got bumpers on it, looking brand new. Pulled out the porta power. I pushed this back corner out. So got the brake pedal switch working. We got the fans wired to the ECU. We're good. right, guys. So you couldn't tell, we made it out here to Gridlife, and the S14 has just completed its first session, drift session ever. So today is Friday, and last Thursday we were at the junkyard. Sean, we were at the junkyard
pulling this motor out.
Last
Thursday, and then it sat at the shop on the engine stand without being touched until Monday, essentially,
I think it was Tuesday.
Like, we didn't touch it. And yeah. We brought it to the shop, did a compression test on it that day, and it sat on the ground for the weekend.
So here we are. It literally wasn't in the car, wasn't running Wednesday night, and now we are here. And it's just crazy that I had like a group of people talking to me here just a little bit ago, and they're like, man, it's taken me years to do an engine swap. Like I've been working on my swap for like 6 years, and we did it in a freaking week. Yeah. So I'm super proud of us, man. I'm proud of us.
We did it.
And
it's a naturally aspirated 4.3, so it's not making 600 horsepower
yet.
Yeah. But it runs, it drives, it runs great, actually.
Yeah. No, it really runs really good. So I'm gonna do some other stuff just to give it a little bit more wheel speed in the back. I'm just gonna dial up the coilovers, stiffen them up a little bit.
Add some pressure to the tires, probably.
Add a little bit of tire pressure.
Like 30 in there now.
And we should be good. Yeah, I was able to kind of bog third in the first, like the big sweeper, and after that, downshift to second. It felt pretty good after that. So I just got to take these BC Racing coilovers and harden them up a little bit. That will make it not squat as much, and not kind of be stiffer, so it won't absorb and squat and transfer the weight. It'll kind of stay firm. So we'll try that before we go out for the next session. off track here. Something they just wouldn't start. So electrical issue or something like that. All right, guys. So we had an issue with the crank trigger. Basically, it wasn't triggering, and how we figured that out is we went over here to the ECU. This is the nice thing about a standalone ECU. We went over here to the crank trigger. You can see it's working now, but it wasn't working a minute ago. It had like 2 ticks on the primary trigger and then a bunch down here on the cam 2. So the primary trigger got like 2 things. When I was cranking it, this is how you know everything's okay, because when you crank it, it'll say no sync, or when you are cranking, it'll say synchronizing, and then as soon as it syncs, it'll turn green, and that's how you know all your crank triggers and everything are aligned and happy. And obviously they weren't, so it wasn't starting. But it was just nice to be able to just go to that on the ECU, go to the oscilloscope, see what we did. And then so the issue is right here, I soldered right behind that, and then the exhaust is right in front of it, so it probably melted the heat shrink. And then as soon as Sean wiggled the crank position sensor, then everything came back to life. Everybody does last minute stuff around here. This is my buddy Benjamin Council, and he got this C6. I think he's had this C6 for a while. He ordered a cage off of cagekits.com. He picked it up yesterday.
Yes, no.
And here
no,
you are,
well, on Wednesday.
You picked it up on Wednesday?
Yeah.
And then here you are today, welding it in.
Yep.
At the event.
At the event. Started at noon.
Started
at noon. It is. I don't know.
Hey, I know somebody with a C6 that needs a cage.
This guy.
But it's mine's aluminum frame.
That's fine. It's already built. Ready to go.
All right. I'm gonna get it.
He's already got it done, bro.
All right. Well, hey, I'll drive with you guys tomorrow. One UZ, stock ECU with a turbo.
Stock internals, I wonder.
Stock internals, RX-8 injectors. Just RX-8 injectors just plugged in, and turbo, little boost controller. little loose, but crank it up. Turbo 1 UZ. So this is actually a 1950 Pontiac or a Chevrolet little sedan thing. It's all patinaed. And this is actually on a Lexus LS400 frame. So that's what it is. This is one of my buddies, Jake. He's one of the guys who's been I've been going back and forth with quite a bit, talking to about this whole like 1 UZ swap and stuff. So pretty cool, interesting car. And we're on the same team. We got UZs. Home last night. The car's really slow, so check out tomorrow's video, or stay tuned till tomorrow's video. We might have a little bit of a fix for that.